Happy Friday, January 27th. Thanks for tuning in and listening to my raspy voice. Coming out of a 2-week double ear infection by my daughter, no sleep, feeling like crap. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you've been watching these videos, the Friday Five with Corey and David, you know we've been super positive about 2023. Think rates are going to fall. Homebuyer activity is going to, skyrocket. Prices are going to stay steady, all that good stuff. And, of course, first month we get whacked with some negative news.
Yeah, we're both not very happy about this, but unfortunately the oversight on Fannie and Freddie Mac, they just came out with a new LLPA, which is a low-level price adjustment. Again, these are nothing new.
Right.
You'll see them on condos. They get a little bit of a price adjustment, a little bit of a higher rate on a condo.
Yep.
You're going to see them with lower credit score people.
For sure. But as you'll see on the screen here that we introed with, you'll see wherever it's red and orange, basically if your borrower falls into that category, so a 740 borrower putting 15% down, their interest rate's now worse as soon as these hit. So they don't go effective until May 1 with loans that we deliver to Fannie and Freddie. So we expect to start seeing it impact pricing as soon as end of next month or early March. But basically, loan level price adjustments, just a fee that Fannie and Freddie take from your borrower. It results in a higher interest rate, basically lining their coffers. So we're not thrilled about it.
Definitely not thrilled about it.
Yeah, but we want to let you guys know as agents and borrowers so that you know that when you're out there shopping rates, you're getting super accurate quotes.
Yeah.
Because once these impact, you could tell me you've got a 740 credit score and you've really got a 620 or a 720 or whatever, and there can be a huge swing now where it wasn't as big as before. So,
And David, can you elaborate on who is this going to affect again, and who is it going to benefit?
Yeah, so it does. You do see the top line 780 credit scores now get better interest rates across the board, which is good.
Yeah.
If you have good credit, you should, be rewarded for that. But for whatever reason, you could see that 740, 15% down, and then all the way down that 15% down line, it impacts you. So we'll probably advise some of our borrowers to reevaluate their down payments, maybe put some more down, maybe put some less down, see what makes the most amount of sense.
We don't have all bad news today,
We
though.
don't have all bad news.
Realistically,
We're not pessimists all the time. I mean, Corey is, but I'm not.
but realistically, even if you do see that jump in the 740 range credit score wise,
Might be a 0.5%.
0.5%.
Yeah,
and
something
so
like
right now, this is what we were going to talk about next anyway. So I want to bring us into that is rates right now. So we were a couple months back in 2022.
Yeah, September, October, August.
Yeah, you were seeing rates in the 7%, 7.5%.
Gross.
Yeah, but now we're in the fives for some products, mid to higher fives. Some are in the low sixes, but
Yeah.
I haven't quoted really anything in the sevens anymore. So even with that adjustment, rates are still coming down, which is good.
Still competitive. And, we have a newer first-time homebuyer product that we talked about the other day where there are no loan level price adjustments. So you could be putting 3% down with a 620 credit score and you get the same rate as someone putting,
Right. You do have to be a first-time homebuyer.
do have to be a first-time homebuyer for that program.
That.
For sure. But yeah, rates are great. I love telling my borrowers I can get you a 5.99, 5.875 versus, 6 months ago when we were talking high 6, low 7s, all that good stuff. So, we still are, even with these new fees and rates being more expensive, we're still super positive.
Still a good outlook.
For sure. So next Friday, we got some more big news coming out. What do we got on the docket, Corey?
So
two reports that we've been harping on.
We've got jobs reports and then we've got the inflation report.
Yes.
So
remember, if you're pessimist like Corey, you want to root for low job growth and low wage growth. I kid, but that is good for the mortgage industry. The worse the economy does, the better interest rates are. And then we got an inflation report too. So we want inflation. We were in the 6s. Hopefully we get into the 5s. Anything less than that just will speed in our descent down this rate roller coaster we've been on the last year.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question, though. There's some speculation out there that a lot of people are expecting the Fed to pivot.
Yeah.
There is.
So when they pivot, what do you mean pivot? Stop raising rates, lower rates, both,
they're going to be
either?
So pivot, by what I mean by that is they're going to stop the tightening. So they're going to stop doing the 0.25 or the 0.50 increases to the Fed rate. What I've been seeing a lot of people predicting, I don't know, I want to hear your thoughts on it, but
remember he reads pessimist news.
But a lot of people are expecting there to be a front run of the Fed whenever they're going to pivot.
Sure.
And so what I mean by that, people are going to start jumping back into the market. They're going to think, hey, the Fed's about to pivot. They're going to lower the Fed rate. We need to get in now while they're about to pivot. And what I think, and I think it's a good prediction, is a lot of people are going to front run the Fed and then end up getting smoked. I think the Fed's going to vacuum up all these funds into mortgages, into stocks, bonds, whatever, and then they're going to sell on us.
Yeah, but you got to remember the Fed's not buying mortgage-backed securities anymore. They're not buying treasuries anymore. They're doing the opposite. They're actually trying to sell
What are they
them.
doing that in?
Yeah, they were doing it back in.
So that's what I mean. Whenever they're trying to sell them, is like you got to think you've got to get the demand up
Sure.
in order to offload these mortgages. And
For
so
sure.
I think a good way to get the demand up, and when you watch these meetings, everybody is listening to what they're saying because they're giving little hints whenever they're doing the FMOC meeting and all
Yeah.
that.
I don't know,
It's a
man.
good way to get a lot of the supply up is to kind of play that pivot.
Yeah. I don't think
And-
at the end of the day, the Fed's sophisticated enough to try and time the market. You heard them tell you in all of 2021 and 2020 that inflation was transitory, So I'm not too worried about that side of things,
But that's what I want to transitory. They said transitory for so long.
Sure. And
what
they were
was the-
wrong.
what
So
was
now
the
they're going to do
outcome?
the opposite for very
So
wrong.
that's what I'm telling you. Is
Yeah.
are they gonna pivot and start, because we're starting to see inflation drop.
Sure.
It's been trending down for the past 3 months.
Yep.
Right. So with it starting to trend down, is the Fed gonna now say, hey, we do not want to tighten it too much and cause an actual recession?
Yeah. I mean,
And pivot.
they've flat out told you they'll ruin the economy if they have to get inflation down.
Okay.
So
All right.
we'll see if they stick
Yeah,
to their
I mean,
word.
if they
But
stick to it.
I think they will. I think they'll raise rates until they get to 2% or do whatever they need to do. At some point, the damage has already been done to the economy, and I think we'll see that trickle through. That may lead to a lessening in policy, but I don't think it's them trying to play the market. So
Okay.
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Tune in next week. Pessimist, optimist. All right,
No,
I'm
but
just kidding. We appreciate you guys. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next Friday.